What's up, chat? Looking at the time, I wonder when. Happy Saturday. Let's get all these other socials up. Let's get this live started. Facebook, X, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Let's get pump fun, right? I just asked y'all have my back. Sometimes I lay awake at night and talk to the Holy One. He said I'll be alright. Keep working through the night, you'll surely see your son. And yeah, I know it's life from it. You can't hide a word, but I'm harder on myself than God is. That's why I profit. I know things get hard. I'm gonna shine my light in the dark with my heart on my sleeve. With these scars that I bleed, still gonna spread my wings, not just doing it for me. I know things get hard, but you gotta play your part. Ain't nowhere to run. All right, let's share this link around. What's up, chat? How we feeling? How we feeling? Happy Saturday. Let's see. Make sure you share this, and I'm doing the same. Even footprints in concrete is not the easiest. Having faith in things you can't see, it's hard believing it. This is one of my songs, by the way. I make a better way to eat, I can't achieve it, I just don't know where the time went. No, it's not a race, I just wonder when I win. So when under my wings, till I reach my highest. Eyes the window to the soul, if that's the case, I hope the sun don't burn my iris. I tell myself, don't trip, I'll be fine. Looking out the window, but I gotta close the blinds. I'm afraid the light might show my insides. No one knows my struggles, I always say I'll be fine. Hop in live stream vibes and vibe code building with AI. ClaudeWar.info is my app. That is true. All stream links. Let's see. So we're on X. It's nice to have my voice back. I still feel like it's not like 100%. Gotta work with what you got. I think Mac Miller had a song. He said, "You gotta work with what you got." Yeah. Right. And so that's what we're doing. We're working with what we got. Links shared. X is the best platform. I know I'm always bitching and complaining about it, but it really is. It's just the only thing I don't. They make all these updates, and they don't ever let you know. So you kind of just gotta figure it out. But I get it. As somebody who's building an app, it's like every day I'm pushing out new updates. Um, what are they gonna do? Like every other hour, you know what I mean? Like mess up like the flow of things and put an alert on there. So that's just how it is when you're building an app and you're constantly improving it. All right, so I got that. Make sure you share this wherever you're at. I'm gonna do the same. I want to hear one more song and then let's get started, shall we? Um, Chat should be up and working. Hopefully, I can see it tonight. We will see. But I can see YouTube and X. We're gonna get that sorted. We're gonna get it fixed though, so I can always see the chat. He asked me about a hoe, I shoulda hit the bitch. They throwing shots, we never catch them, they be quick to miss. I'm from the slums, I ain't never have a pot to piss. They gave us crumbs, how the fuck to make it out this shit? When you had nothing, now nigga having lots of shit. I still got niggas in them traps, scraping. Make sure you share this. Alright. Now pull up in the with the seat laid back. Now we pull up and just leave a nigga where. Selling drugs, but we ain't never going back. Nope, never going back. So the world. Alright, so we're on X, Kick, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. I think I missed one, but it'll be alright. We everywhere. Oh, and on Pump Fun. Caught the blessings that he sent me. Make sure you share this link around. I'm gonna put the X link in the chat. If you're on X, just retweet, retweet, retweet. If you're on TikTok, make sure you share. Summertime, we bring them drones out like a parade. Left the AI in the trunk, it's time to slide in this cage. You better duck, cause it's a drill. Okay, yeah, I'll be able to see the YouTube chat. I just gotta log in, so. Yep, we got the YouTube chat. Let's go. That's better than no chat, right? Rest in peace to this guy. Lil Papa, that's crazy. I used to ride to that song in Virginia in my Mazda. It was like a '06 Mazda, but it didn't have that many miles on it. And I was broke as a joke. Like broke, 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 broke. Basically everything in that song is how I felt. Was that 2019? Dang, that was like 7 years ago. 7 years ago. But yeah, so I used to ride to that song like every night. Like I said, broke, broke, broke. That was when Bitcoin first went up. Or actually, I guess it was when it made a major round in the headlines on the news, and I just remembered I had 7 of them, and I knew that 7 was almost like 500,000. I was sleeping on a blow up mattress at that point, and oh man, I thought of everything I could to get to that Bitcoin at that time. But yeah, I used to ride to that song, and man, it feels like a different person. Right? Looking back, I feel like the younger me, like it was me. It depends on the area of whatever time I'm talking about, right? Um, but those times in 2019 where I was riding the Mazda listening to my drip is that expensive shit. He mad at me about a hoe, I shoulda hit the bitch. They throwing shots, we never catch them, they be quick to miss. From the slums, I ain't never have a pot to piss. Anyway, um, nah, I could relate to that song a lot. And looking back, so 2019 me, definitely, I'm like, that's me. Because there's like, I don't know, for example, 2017 me feels like a totally different person. 2019 me, it's moments like that where I was riding a Mazda, and just, I don't know, feeling things, broke as a joke, no idea what direction my life was going. Um, and yeah, so that part, those days, those past me's, like in that 2019 me, I feel like it wasn't a totally different person. There are some times in the past that are, but I digress. Um, Man, I had no idea what I was gonna do in 2019. Of course, I didn't have a wife, I didn't have kids. The car I had, like my pops bought it for me. I forget exactly what it was like. He fronted me the down payment, and I was supposed to be keeping up the monthly. I wasn't doing that. I just had no idea what was in store for my life, where I was gonna go, any of that, right? And like I could have never predicted crypto. I would have made so much money in crypto, like I did. Like I literally never would have predicted it. It was months of grinding, but like once something clicked and it took me to the next level. I mean, it really does feel like it was overnight. Um, but like in 2019, I was busy looking for the Bitcoin that I had lost when I was mining it, right? So I was mining Bitcoin in like 2010, 2011. And so I had 7 of them on, was it blockchain.com? Something like that. It's no telling if they're really even there. I thought I found them the other day, but it was different wallets. And so in 2019, I was doing that, sleeping on the mattress. Knew I had like 500,000 in Bitcoin somewhere. Then I didn't know that blockchain.com was known for like over the decade scamming. accounts that were inactive, they would just take the crypto out. From what I've read, a lot of reports on. So who knows? And then so from 2019, then fast forward to 20. Damn, it wasn't that. Was it 2021? The time. Anyway, that seems like it was short. When I say 2019, I was there in the trenches, broke as a joke on an air mattress on the floor. And then 2021 through 2023, 2024, I went on a multi-million dollar generational run from zero, from an Olive Garden waiter to that. It sounds like that sounds fast, 2019 to 2021 to that, but in my mind, those times were so tough. Those feel like worlds apart until I say it. Until I say it, then I'm like, that's only 2 years apart there. Um, but the feelings, it feels like worlds apart. Um, but I never would have predicted that. I remember just like before my crypto things took off, I was telling my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time. Um, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna get the kids home from the hospital. She had twins. I just had no idea how. Like I didn't have anything in front of me to let me know like things were gonna be okay and that I could take care of my kids materially. And then people say your time's all that matters. Your time's all that matter, right? But like being a first time father, that don't even make sense to me because my time does not pay bills. My time does not buy diapers. My time doesn't do all the things that even though I'm not a father yet, I knew these things need to provide for him. And, I don't want anybody else having to take care of my kids. Right. So that was that, just to give you a perspective of how quick it shifted. That was that where it got really tough. It was like around 8 months or so. Let's make sure we live. X gold stocks. They're saying gold stocks are oversold after that rally. Yeah, really? Okay. Maybe. Maybe. What was I doing? Oh yeah, let's pin that. But yeah, so I really had no idea how quick it was going to change. I was doing crypto, but I was losing so much money. I was losing a lot of money. Then, like my whole week's worth of tips at Olive Garden and whatnot. And so went from that to buying my dream car off the lot, getting my wife, yeah, then she was my wife at that time, getting my wife a car, getting it, totally a whole new house, moving out of the hood. All of that happened in a period of, I mean, a month or two. So I went from like literally, I remember like it not really being a feasible option, but just out of fear saying like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but adoption, like come on, she damn near about to pop. But that was just to put you in like the desperation I felt at that time. Um, that's pretty irrational. So that to new house, new cars off the lot. Actually, like it happened so fast. Like my kids were in NICU; they were born a little early. I was buying cars off the lot while they were in NICU, and a month and a half prior, I had no idea how I was even gonna get them home from the hospital. And so yeah, I lean into that now when things get hard, and like path seems unsure or uncertain type beat. Um, you just never know when that breakthrough's coming. You really don't. You never know when that breakthrough's coming. I never know when that breakthrough's coming. I had a song, I forget what I say. Let me pull it up. It's gonna bug me if I don't find the lyrics to it. break. We're gonna find it. Let me look in the music. I've teased this song before. Let's go to audio. Oh, look down. That was it. Look down. Look down. No, I can't look down. It's called Can't Look Down. If you can't hear it, chat, make sure you let me know. I can't look. Just ask me. I know. No auto tune. I got this feeling on my chest. I feel like I can't get it off me. I can't never get no rest. It's like we'll put you in a coffin. It's gonna put you in some tests. I don't think they ever heard me rap like this. I'm giving it my best. I've been through hell and back. I gotta be a Superman for my son. I'm a road going through so much I can't let him know it. While my face stays stoic. Looking over shoulder, post-traumatic stress disorder. Always try fucking up my motion. I won't let it. I'ma overcome everything in front of me. I remember all the teachers tell me what I couldn't be. Now I make what they make in a year, just like last week. I ain't afraid of nothing except for going back to poverty. That's why I hardly sleep. Paranoia don't bother me. Looking at the man in the mirror that's in front of me. Take a step back, remind myself who I am, where I'm at. All I've been through was trying to chase a bag, get fast. You can't really blame me for that. Now I'm pulling up with no emotions, stainless and black. I ain't never been hopeless, I'ma grind to get it back. I'ma lock it, I'ma focus, ain't no wanting when you down. All the things that I've been through been the reason I'm around. The reason that I survived when all them others in the ground. I don't mean no disrespect. I lost my share of friends, they ain't coming back. Yeah, I shed some tears the other day, looking back. You ain't got no chance unless you take some. You can't stop moving and you can't slow down. It's gonna get harder till the breakthrough. When you get to the top, no, you can't look down. But you can't look down. No, I can't let you down. No, I can't look down. I won't let them down. No, I can't look down. I won't let them down. No, can't look down. Can't look down. Everything I got come from God. Every time I fly, I forgot where I'm from. So I'm only human. If you've been through what I'm going through, let me know. I know I can't be the only one who ever felt alone in this world. So I stay strong for my little girls. You can't feel what I felt when I was a little boy. And there was no help. Mama couldn't afford a toy. My father wanted a picture. He was busy selling boys. That's why I give him everything I wish I used to have. And I can't roll back to time, but I can feel a little glad. Cause they won't know the trauma that their dad had to face. And you can't beat any obstacles if you have some faith. You ain't got no chances that you take some. You can't stop moving, you can't slow down. It's gonna get harder to the breakthrough. When you get to the top, no, you can't look down. You can't look down. No, I can't let you down. No, I can't look down. I won't let them down. No, I can't look down. I won't let them down. No, you can't look down. Can't look down. I forget why I even played that song, but yeah, you just never know when that breakthrough's coming. It's gonna get hard. That's why it's gonna get harder to the breakthrough. When you get to the top, no, you can't look down. That's why we were talking about how quick breakthroughs can come. Lord knows I'm praying for a breakthrough. Um, always in every area of my life, of course. Always praying for a breakthrough. Hopefully, I'm building this app and I'm hoping for a breakthrough with this. I'm building an app that tracks a lot of things, including war, but I'm praying for a breakthrough in the world for real. Um, it's just like, how are we in 2026 and wars are still an option? Like that world leaders go to. Like you're telling me. Let me switch to view. Make sure you guys can see. Let's move this camera. I guess we can keep that there. Yeah. So you're telling me that in the big 2-6, as the kids say, in 2026, that there's people that are leaders of like land that's this big, like Iran. Look how big Iran is. All right, in Israel, all right, it's a small country, right? So, but still, it's like that ain't somebody. That's not your backyard. Like that's a whole country, right? With a beautiful coastline. Okay, it's not huge. All right, you're telling me that leaders of those and like over here in the most at least the most free in terms of rights, human rights in the world, the United States of America. All this land, like we're nowhere near, nowhere near Iran. And to be honest with you, it's closer, but I mean, there's some space there. You tell me like we can't figure it out. Like we have to go to war. Um, that just it blows my mind sometimes. That's why I want to believe that it's all like that this is called a theater. So like we're a war zone. Another word for a war zone is a theater. And they call it a theater. So you'll hear on the news or sometimes the Iran theater when they're referring to like a war where like a war is taking place. Um, and that's kind of unrelated, but ties right into what I was saying that I want to believe that a lot of these wars are like manufactured for manipulation of for whatever purpose the leaders may have. But it's just so hard to believe, right? Because I did think that like the first time Iran and Israel went to war earlier this year, or was it late last year maybe, with Trump in office, it seemed theatrical. I mean, it was like Iran sent drones. Iran was sending drones and they gave like a 2 hour notice. And so it made time to like hit the headline news before they got into Israel airspace. And I'm just thinking in my mind, like, what type of attack is that? Like you give a heads up. So they weren't sending missiles or ballistic missiles, they were sending drones over. So they had to fly from Iran across Iraq, across either Jordan or Syria, and go into Israel. It's like, why announce it? Like it was a whole spectacle about drones on the way to Israel. Like it was like theatrical. And so, that and many other reasons, part of me until recently was like, that's real. I was really believing that the world leaders would sacrifice civilians, and I still believe in some cases they will, including in this. But um, I thought it all was like a play by like a big club that you and I aren't in, right? The world leaders using war to manipulate. And so at that time, Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu was under fire. And this is all on my app, by the way, guys, that I have on my screen. It's called ClaudeWar.info. I built it. Let's pull up Claude. Oh, I got a tab over here. We'll just do it over here. Boom. So, G returns. I like Claude.ai. What was Netanyahu under fire for? And why were people protesting? This was during the last 1 to 2 years, right before a conflict with Iran. And so this ties into what I'm saying. I just want to be factual. Mid 2023, Netanyahu's government pushed a sweeping plan to overhaul Israel's judiciary. Critics saw it as a power grab, arguing it would destroy the country's checks and balances. Netanyahu and his far right allies claimed it was needed to curb what they called excessive powers of unelected judges. The protests ran for 28 plus consecutive weeks with hundreds of thousands in the streets. Israel's National Labor Union, Medical Association, military reservists, fighter pilots, and business leaders all spoke out against the plan. So I think this was it. A key personal angle. And then it was this tied in. All of it was really close. Israel's going through it. October 7th, that attack, when Hamas attacked. And so that's another thing that I don't understand how hang gliders got into Israel um, at all. They have the Iron Dome, like the most powerful, you know, modern missile defense system in the world. But hang gliders were able to get in, so that blows my mind. Oh, we're not on X.